This move from a $4 trillion giant just unlocks a $7.7 trillion market that will allow you to retire on Bitcoin so much quicker and will accelerate the rate that people can retire on Bitcoin. Of course, I'm talking about the latest move from Fidelity, who yesterday was coming out and saying that Bitcoin is in an acceleration phase. And today, they released a report saying that they will allow you to invest in Bitcoin directly in your 401k with a no fee retirement plan for US adults. Now, this market is absolutely massive. As I mentioned in the title, it's $7.7 trillion market strictly on just the 401k. And this will bring approximately 600,000 people with this amount of 401k plans. And there's 60 million active participants in these 401k. And it's been growing majorly. But the key to all of this is that some of the major players are named by Fidelity, Vanguard, and T Rowe Price as the largest 401k holders. So if Fidelity is doing all this, the other major players are going to have to follow closely behind, because Fidelity has been actively now offering Bitcoin and to their 401k investors. It's their first retirement plan to do so, and they did this back in 2002. Well, now they're adding zero fees to all of this. So there's no restrictions on any fees or anything else. And then now there's tax advantages to this, and you could do it in a tax advantaged account. So this makes it absolutely massive. You can now quietly stack some Bitcoin in your 401k account, maybe get to that 0.1 Bitcoin, and now potentially retire on that and not have to worry about the tax implications. And you can make that Bitcoin go farther with your cash in that 401k because there's no taxes when it goes in, and there's no fees or anything along those lines when you're trying to buy Bitcoin. But this has been something that's been going on for quite some time. As we said before, excuse me, the Fidelity plans to offer Bitcoin in its 401k retirement fund. And they were asking back in 2002, is this the best use of all of this? Fidelity has been saying, hey, there's many ways to get into crypto. What is crypto? What is all of this stuff? You could get into Fidelity's crypto account, but they also have their crypto for their IRAs and 401ks. All of this now, you don't have to go to any other potentially shady or different or whatever new type of IRA. You could just simply stick with the IRA and 401k plan that your employer gives you, or that one that you've inherited from your parents, or that your parents started from you at a very young age, because Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, and Vanguard are the three largest retirement plans in the world and in the United States. And so with that, now we'll see more and more of these products start to jump up here, right? But the unique aspect of all of this is just how quickly we are seeing the positive changes for retirement, right? We're seeing all of these different changes to the retirement plans and seeing them continue to increase. So after Q4, it was done a little analysis here. The latest Q4 retirement analysis that experienced a year of positive growth, while the average across the board dipped slightly from Q3 to the end of the year, but they saw an 11% increase from the start of 2024, additionally from both long-term Gen X and Gen X IRA savers. So with all this, right, the young guns now can get access to Bitcoin and other things in their retirement accounts with zero fees, have those tax advantages, and continue to stack in all aspects of their life. So I think it is very unique with what we are seeing here. And if you look at the Q4 retirement results that we are seeing here from Fidelity themselves, they're seeing that 11% average increase, right? They're seeing everything is above here. Q4 year over year is up 8%. 401k year over year up 11%. 401 or 403b up 11% year over year. So we're seeing these account balances drastically increase year over year. And now we're seeing them have access to things like Bitcoin at a zero fee, which I think is absolutely because we have other big giant players like, Coinbase. Coinbase's entire model is strictly off of the fees. They want you to continue to buy and pump and dump these meme coins. Why? Because they make a spread on every single time you buy. That's not the true ethos of Bitcoin, folks. That's why when we're seeing things like what Fidelity is doing, Fidelity holds Bitcoin and has a Bitcoin ETF. They're the only ETF that does self-custody as well. So look, I'm not promoting any of these ETF products. I simply think the true power of Bitcoin that you should hold Bitcoin in your own private keys and in self-custody. But with that, I think it is awesome what we're seeing here from Fidelity. They're a $4 trillion asset manager, one of the largest in the world. They're giving you more products and services, and they are letting you hold your own keys in retirement accounts. And people were questioning this from the moment they made this move back in 2002. But now they're saying that there is no fees. They were planning this all along back 3 years ago. It says it's responding to the high interest in digital assets. Again, this was 3 years ago what they were saying. And now we're seeing this come to fruition with zero fees, which I think is absolutely massive. And we still had the bears back then saying that investing in Bitcoin or digital assets during that time was too risky. Now we're sitting here, Bitcoin at 85,000. Let's see. Let's go to the 5-year chart. What was it back in 2002 or 2022? Excuse me. You would have seen your money double if you did it when these guys were saying Bitcoin was too risky at this time. They were saying Bitcoin was too risky. It's half the price of what it is today. So with that, we're going to see more and more retirement accounts and bigger asset managers now want to play ball with Bitcoin. We're going to see them continue to push this forward. Why? Well, look right here. Major players, Fidelity, one of the biggest retirement plan holders in the world and in the United States. The market has grown significantly due to strong stock market performance and increased participation. And there's over 60 million active participants. So we're going to continue to see this. And we're going to continue to see Bitcoin be at the forefront of this, right? We're going to see, people follow suit to what Fidelity is doing here. Now, a lot of people have been potentially trying to buy Bitcoin through some indirect way in their retirement account, whether it's through MSTR, MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy. We've got TF saying here that he's been buying BITO in his retirement via Fidelity, and they don't allow you to buy the ETF. But soon they will let you hold Bitcoin. Now, the unique aspect of this is I believe that they will start to let you hold Bitcoin in that retirement account and potentially hold your own keys as well. We know companies like Unchained and, Casa and some of these other players have allowed you to do so in your retirement account, in your IRA accounts. And I think that this is going to continue to happen here within this coming year. We got Sam Clinton saying Trump crypto fraud pump and dump using government policy. Hey, I was just on Inside True Crime describing this pump and dump that we saw here. You guys should maybe go check that out after this video. But of course, smash the like button here today, folks, because we've got one of the biggest 401k and retirement holders now offering 0 fees for their Bitcoin. And we're seeing their accounts grow 11% year over year, 8 to 11% year over year, and continue to see that pump. We must have seen a big drop off between retirement accounts in 2020 to 2022 because there's no reporting of those average balances since that time, which I think is unique. You could always tell in the data when there's skips in the data that they're not reporting, something fishy happened. And I'm sure you guys all know something fishy did happen during that time, right? We saw a lot of market manipulation. We saw a lot of money getting pumped into the system. And we also saw Bitcoin take off on a generational run that is continuing here. Even though we're sitting just under 86,000 smackers, I'm still very bullish and optimistic on what we've got going on here forward, because I know the true power of Bitcoin is holding Bitcoin in cold storage. As I've been talking to you guys, we had TF who has BITO. I believe now these new retirement accounts allow you to hold Bitcoin and hold your own private keys, but it might be a daunting task. So that's why I partnered with my friends over at the Bitcoin Way. I've been told I look like a funeral director in this because it's the death to fiat. But you could go to Bitcoin Way, thebitcoinway.com/green candle. You can go and they'll set up a free 30-minute consultation. And these guys literally work around the clock. Look at this. Saturday, 1 a.m. all the way to Saturday at 3 p.m. they have available. Sunday, same kind of thing, 5:30 a.m., 3:30. I mean, these guys literally working around the clock. 8:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. So they really want to make sure that you guys fully understand what you're doing. Get your Bitcoin off exchanges. They will never touch any of it. They can also help you get a Plan B passport if that's something that you're looking for to try to get out and escape, or potentially just have a backup plan. Always having multiple plans, including retirement plans. What you're going to be putting in there is always a great idea. My friends at the Bitcoin Way can help you out with that. And my man, the GOAT, all-nighter hider, in the chat saying smoke the like Cheech and Chong, because we've got Fidelity basically coming over here singing, "Can you take me higher? We're going to dump $7.7 trillion worth of retirement into Bitcoin." All right, that was terrible. I tried something there. I tried something for you guys. It didn't work out, all right? My voice, I don't have the voice of an angel. My voice is not the mix of Fergie and Jesus, as my friends over at the Step Brothers say. But what we are seeing is we're seeing $7.7 trillion market now having access to Bitcoin, where they can hold it. They can hold their own private keys, or they can hold it through their tax advantage accounts directly through Fidelity, one of the largest retirement holders in the world here. And they're allowing you to do that for 0 fees, which I think is absolutely massive. They want to give the best to their clients. This is a fiduciary responsibility, in my opinion, and they should always be looking to give their retirement plans or all of their clients all access to these plans and do it for as much as possible, as little fees as possible. So that's why I really love to see what Fidelity is doing over here. They've had Fidelity Digital Assets just absolutely pumping, hemming and hoeing, really just rocking and rolling. And we've seen them be basically the biggest Bitcoin bull since, since kind of getting into it a couple years ago. They're looking at a lot of different aspects, and they even published this the other day, which I got into, the Fidelity acceleration phase, or the Bitcoin acceleration phase, excuse me. So with this Bitcoin acceleration phase, they're looking at it and saying, hey, Bitcoin is going to accelerate. This $4 trillion asset manager literally put out a tweet saying Bitcoin is in an acceleration phase and it's going to continue to rip and roll. Then what did they do the very next day? The very next day, they said, hey, there is no retirement plan. There's a no fee retirement plan for US adults to invest in Bitcoin. So they're doing everything that they can to get you to buy Bitcoin and hold it, hodl it as much as possible, and continue to see these things skyrocket in flight. Man, I'm singing a lot for you guys today, this afternoon. So I hope you appreciate the voice. If not, just leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. Maybe I'll quit the karaoke and just keep going into what Fidelity is doing. But they've been offering Bitcoin to their investors for 3 years, and now that they're officially, almost on this 3-year anniversary, now that they are going to see this and say, hey, no fees. They're responding to their clients' demands, and they're keeping everything going. Yes, the songbird of our generation. I'm trying to be, man. I'm trying to bring in a little humor, a little energy to you guys here on this afternoon, because I know in the dog days of this straggling cycle that we've got here, in the past month, everybody is looking at this chart and saying, hey, Bitcoin is bad. It's dead. We've got Bitcoin down 9% in the past month. What are we doing here? But in reality, I see Bitcoin as having a huge upside potential. And I think that we're going to keep seeing this grow and grow and grow here over the next months. We're going to start to see some of these green candles here, folks. I know you guys are always looking at one. I'm a perma bull. Exactly. Rexona72H is saying, guys, get your Bitcoin off exchanges. There's too much paper Bitcoin there. I agree with you 1,000%. That's why I always stress self-custody. I've actually partnered with a new company, Bitbox, who offers the easiest way for you guys to hold Bitcoin in self-custody. You guys could go to bitbox.swiss/green candle, and you guys can get the best hardware wallet. I even got one sitting right here and right next to me. I don't know if you guys can hack this through the screen, but I've got my own Bitbox sitting here that I use to store my Bitcoin. You guys can go to bitbox.swiss/green candle, order some today, and they even offer you punch plates and everything else, right? You go to there, you click buy now, you got the Bitbox. I say go for the Bitcoin only edition. You'll get 5% off. And then if you want the steel punch plate, you want the Steel Wallet Pro, it's currently out of stock, but they get you the whole hammering kit and everything. They've even got some different accessories, some hats, some tamper evident bags. You guys can just use everything from Bitbox to securely store your Bitcoin, and you don't need to go anywhere else, because paper will always be used against you. Amen to that. They're always trying to keep you. But that's why I do. Look, I'm not saying trust all these guys, but Fidelity, out of all of them, they hold their own keys. They have a proof of reserves. So I'm not saying Look, I'm not advocating for any ETFs or anything along those lines. I'm just simply, the purpose of this video is saying, hey, look at what these big money managers are doing. Don't listen to always what they say. They were super bearish on Bitcoin for a very long time. In fact, saying it was for use for criminals and other things like that. And now look at them. They're offering it to all of their retirement accounts. They're continuing to push along this Bitcoin message. And we're starting to see Bitcoin truly take off in the traditional finance space. Now, I had a great interview with my man, Luke Mikic, that I published the other day, yesterday, literally. You can go to videos, go here, go watch this right now, and smoke the like Cheech and Chong. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And keep keep pushing on this Bitcoin message. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys. Look is Luke is a whale watcher. I think that's what he was trying to say here. Luke is a whale watcher. Yes, he is. He loves his big women, his BBLs or BBWs, big beautiful women. You know, not BBLs, the Brazilian butt lifts, but he is. Me and him go and crack some jokes. I think you guys will enjoy this episode. So go ahead and tune in to that after hitting that like button and subscribe button. Thank you guys all for tuning in here on this Wednesday afternoon with your boy.